Are you thinking about buying a house in Louisville? Congratulations! This is a big decision that can bring you and your family years of happiness and stability. However, before you start house hunting, there are a few things you need to consider to ensure that you make the right choice. In this video, I'll be sharing 3 important factors to keep in mind when buying a house in Louisville. The first thing to consider is the location of the house. Louisville is a large city with many different neighborhoods, each with its own unique character and amenities. Before you start looking at houses, it's important to decide which neighborhoods you're interested in. Do you want to live in a quiet suburban area with good schools, or do you prefer the hustle and bustle of the city? Are you looking for a neighborhood with plenty of parks and outdoor activities, or one with a vibrant nightlife? These are all important questions to ask yourself before you start house hunting. Once you've decided on the neighborhoods you're interested in, it's time to start looking at houses. This is where the second factor comes into play, your budget. Before you start looking at houses, it's important to know how much you can afford to spend. This will help you narrow down your search and avoid wasting time looking at properties that are out of your price range. To determine your budget, you'll need to take a look at your income and expenses. How much can you afford to spend on a mortgage payment each month? How much do you have saved for a down payment? What other expenses will you need to budget for, such as property taxes, homeowners insurance, and maintenance costs? Once you have a clear idea of your budget, you can start looking at houses that fit your price range. The third factor to consider when buying a house in Louisville is the condition of the property. This is especially important if you're buying a pre-owned home. Before you make an offer on a house, you'll want to have it inspected by a professional home inspector. This will help you identify any potential issues with the property, such as structural problems, plumbing issues, or electrical faults. If the inspection reveals any major issues, you may need to negotiate with the seller to have them fixed before you close on the house. Even if the inspection doesn't reveal any major issues, you'll still want to take a close look at the condition of the property. Is the roof in good shape? Are the appliances in good working order? Are there any signs of water damage or mold? These are all important factors to consider when evaluating a property. In addition to these 3 factors, there are many other things to keep in mind when buying a house in Louisville. You'll want to consider the size of the property, the style of the house, and the age of the home. You'll also want to think about your long-term goals and how the property fits into your overall lifestyle. In conclusion, buying a house in Louisville, Kentucky is an exciting and rewarding experience. However, it's important to consider these 3 factors: location, budget, and condition before you make a decision. By doing your research and taking the time to evaluate each property carefully, you can find a home that meets your needs and brings you years of happiness and security. Thank you for listening.